Missouri Governor Mike Parson is considering hundreds of petitions for pardon as his term winds down.
A group of retired St. Louis police officers who run a popular policing podcast believe a St. Louis County man should be at the top of the list for release. 5 on your side's Holden Kerwicki joins us now to explain why. Holden?
Mike and Paige Spears is a confessed repeat offender who multiple sources inside the prison system have described as a model of what the rehabilitation system can do in Missouri. After speaking with members of the Brighter Side of Blue podcast, I went inside Farmington Correctional Center and sat down with a man they say should be released immediately.
After retiring from SLMPD after 20 years on the force, John Frank found a home behind the microphone as part of the Brighter Side of Blue podcast.
We want to shine a positive light on police work.
That's why when he was first contacted by Paige Spears, a convicted felon, he didn't think much of it.
Being a police officer, I wasn't too interested in the story.
However, after looking into Spears' case, he came away with questions.
Why is this man still in prison if all he did was he did a robbery, in 1988, and no one was hurt, nobody, there was no assault, there was no shooting. And the more I got into it, the more I learned that he's just like a victim of this glitch in the system.
Spears was sentenced to life, which at the time was considered 40 years in Missouri. But in 1994, the legislature reduced sentencing guidelines to 30 years, though the law wasn't retroactive.
They just can't believe that I'm still in prison.
How long have you been in here for now, Paige?
36 years.
Over that time, Spears has completed over 100 rehabilitation programs, many of which he now teaches in prisons across the state.
I just like giving back, man, helping see people get out of prison. Maybe one day I can follow their lead.
Over the years, St. Louis County Prosecutor Wesley Bell has repeatedly stated that Spears has paid his debt to society and should be released.
Free Paige Spears!
However, that would take a pardon from Governor Parson, which is currently under review.
If Parson believes in rehabilitation and he knows that someone is sentenced here to the Missouri Department of Correction to correct the things they have done wrong, I think that I'm a perfect candidate for commuter sentence.
Please, Governor, give this man a chance. I'm a police officer sitting here. My job for 20 years was to put people in the penitentiary. This is the one time I'm asking someone to let a person out of prison.
A clerical error lists Spears' sentence at 1,001 years. So without a pardon from the governor's office, the 63-year-old will have to wait until 2029 before he's eligible for parole. If you would like to hear his discussion with the Brighter Side of Blue podcast, just look for this story under the As Seen on TV section of KSDK.com and the 5+ app.